for me to love the Lord with all of my heart is a difficult thing, because the Bible shows me, Jeremiah 17, 10, that the heart, 9 and 10, the heart is deceitful above all things and desperately wicked. So God says, with the deceitful, wicked heart, I want you with that to still love me. How, Minister Black, can I love God when what I'm loving him with is deceitful? When what I'm loving him with is full of wickedness. God says, what happens in your soul is that your soul now has the ability to control your heart. So when you give me your soul, God says, I'll take what was supposed to be wicked and deceitful and make it useful for my glory.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's good.
But if I don't give them my soul, I don't got no shot at loving them with my heart.
This is good, sir.
So when people, oh God, and maybe this is why I got such an issue with the song. When people that are known practicing sinners walk around singing Erica Campbell, I love God, you're lying. Because if you haven't given him your soul, you can't love him with your heart.
Help us, Pastor.
Because it's still wicked.
Wow.
So God says, I need you to identify with me in the soulish realm, so that I can take what was designed to be wicked and deceitful and make that thing give glory to me. When I give him my soul, I now allow my emotions, my intellect, my reasoning to be shifted from the wicked to the good. But if I don't allow the conversion of my soul, it is impossible for me to walk in integrity. That's all I'm trying to teach tonight. That I can't be integral. I can't be upright if my soul is still perverted. If my heart is still perverted. If my mind is still perverted. Pastor, what does that mean? If my thoughts stay in the gutter. I'm not walking in integrity. This is the reality, First Lady. Everybody in the room, check this out. Your thoughts will always travel toward the gutter. But you've got the decision to make, am I going to let it go in or am I going to make a detour?
That's awesome.
Because the nature of our being is designed for the gutter.
Teach
God, I'm trying, Mr. Black. He says that our frame, I told y'all this before, is dust. God help me. I was cutting grass today, Mr. Black, and after I was finished cutting grass, I was doing some sweeping, and I saw that dust again, and I said, there's something about that dust. Now, the interesting part is this: when well, maybe I shouldn't say this because this probably isn't environmentally sound, but I'll tell them myself. When Pastor Hinton, Deacon Black, gets tired of bagging grass, and when he's bagged, and it's only some dust left, Pastor Henry will take the broom.
Yes, sir.
And he'll sweep the broom to the gutter. He'll take the dirt.
Yes, sir.
And sweep it toward the gutter. Because in Pastor Hinton's mind, he's associating the gutter with dirt. All right. Now, Minister Black can help us a little further. But the gutter, check this out, Sister Lipscomb, was never designed for the dirt.
That's right.
Come on, sir. This is good.
The gutter was designed to be a runoff for excess water.
Yes, sir.
That's right.
So when I take and put dirt in a place where it doesn't belong, I'm defeating the purpose of what this thing is, even the gutter. I'm defeating the purpose of the gutter. This is going to be good because I'm putting stuff in it that doesn't belong there. But because in my mind I associated the gutter with dirt, it now defiled something that was supposed to be perfect.
Wow.
The gutter was designed to be a runoff to receive water. But because my mentality has said the gutter is supposed to be dirty, I'm going to throw more dirt in a place that was never even designed to carry dirt. What is Pastor Hinton telling you? Even though your bodies have been formed through dirt, you were never designed to carry dirt.
My goodness.
Teach tonight, Hinton. What are you saying? When I allow dirty deposits to come into a place that was designed to be a runoff or a purifier, it means that I've now I've now defiled the purpose of what my temple is. My temple, even though it's made in dirt, was not designed to carry dirt. So when folk come to me with dirty jokes, with dirty sayings, with dirty looks, I'm supposed to filtrate those because they don't belong in my system.
Run off. My goodness.
And when too much dirt gets in the gutter, the water that's supposed to have a runoff now has nowhere to go. What is Pastor saying? When you allow your life to be consumed with so much dirt, that when good is supposed to come, the good has no place to go. It's clogged up. So when I, when I want to read the word, when I want to pray, it's no place for it to go because I clogged it up with filth on TV, with filth on Facebook, with filth in the movie theater, with filth at the job. Because I'm clogged up with all this dirt, when the good shows up, it's got nowhere to go. So I find myself snoring while I'm on my knees because I filled myself up with too much dirt throughout the day. Then I got the nerve to say I'm walking in integrity.
I was going to say that's the same way with during church. You have praise and worship, and by the time people get that gutter, get that dirt, get everything off, praise and worship is over because you haven't been praising him all week long.
You ain't have nowhere to praise him.
It's like the pit with the viciousness of the pit bull with the bullets hitting his head. All that viciousness.
Vicious.
Wow.
Bouncing off. Same, y'all paying attention. This is great. That's the same thing. So when the bullets, the dirt is you know, he been attacked or whatever. He took all that. He took all the dirt in. So now when the kill shot, thank you, sir. Yeah, thank you. God bless you. Yeah, you got the delay on that. When the kill shot came, the part of him that had been covered the whole time was exposed because the dirt had done its purpose. I'm gonna give you the example. I'm gonna give you the illustration. The dirt, the gunshot, the bullets coming. They're coming to defile. It's bouncing off of them, but it's having an effect on them. It's bouncing off of them, but it's having an effect on them. Pastor Hawkins says having an effect because if it wouldn't affect him, he never would have jumped.
That's good, sir.
He was trying to escape the pain of these bullets coming to his head. So while it wasn't penetrating, this is getting better all the time. Just because I was at the water cooler, Pastor, and I heard the joke, it didn't really get in my spirit. I bet. You keep standing at the water cooler and let the joke be said long enough. You'll find yourself sharing it with somebody else. Because even though it didn't penetrate, it had an effect. And so now it caused me to expose the part that was supposed to be reserved to keep my life. He jumps, exposed his heart. He got the bullet. All right. So he says that in order for us to walk in integrity, got to have clear instruction. Jesus gave us clear instruction, tells us to love everybody. Now, this is the challenge right here. He says not only to love God. Okay, we talked about how we can only love God when our soul has been given to him, but he says to love your neighbor as yourself. Now, this is where it gets heavy because a lot of times, Minister Black, our neighbors don't do us right. I got a couple of neighbors that decide that my house is the toilet for their dog. I got one or two of them. One that I've identified in the act. Amen. And so God said, I'm supposed to still love when you release your animal to my yard specifically with no bag.
Right.
Okay. So he says, Minister Black, Hinton, it's that one that takes, the lowest and the worst and leaves that in your presence. It's that one you got to love. The one, Bro Kelly, that is dumping in your presence. It's that one you got to love. The one, like I told you earlier, that literally worked the last nerve. He exposed it. After he worked it, says, listen, he exposed it and worked another part of it so that he could really let you know how it feels to have nerves that have been worked almost to death. Okay, that one, God says, we've got to love. And I said, well, Lord, how do I do that? He said, you do that when you love me. Because when you love me, he says, I'll make that one who was your enemy to be at peace with you. When you love me, I'll take the enemy and make him to become your footstool. When you love me, I'll show you how to love him. That's right, Sister Bartnight. Because I'm going to prepare a table before you in his presence. I got to leave that alone because I think I'm going to preach on that Sunday. I think I just heard something. So let me jump off that quick. All right. Yeah, because then y'all won't come back. Okay. So clear instruction has to be. Let me get off. I got too much to go to. Let me leave that. Okay. The next point. Point 2 was crystal clear instruction has to be given in order for us to walk in integrity or to ignore it by walking in perverseness. So we talked about how God told Joshua. Or God told the people through Joshua that they were not to take anything out of Jericho because it was a curse, and the things they could take were to be given into the house of the Lord. Now, crystal clear instruction is given. Next point I want to make is this. Unaddressed perverseness affects the whole. Unaddressed perverseness affects the whole.
So that's just like, is it just like, if you didn't listen to God, you didn't address what you were going to address tonight, then you would be affecting.
You are so perfectly right. You are right on it. That if I would have told the Lord, well, God, I don't want to teach on that because I don't want to. He would have said, well, son, because you didn't address it, your disobedience is going to have a negative effect on the church. So the church not even going to understand why they're going through certain things. And I've been the cause of it the whole time.
Right.
So Pastor Henry ain't going to let that happen on his watch. Matter of fact, I ain't going to let that happen on your watch either.
You better say that.
Because if I see it,
Thank you, sir.
I'm going to say it.
Thank you.
If I see it, I'm going to say it. And the chips just have to fall wherever they fall. Here we go. Chapter 7 of Joshua. Now, the command was given, Kiana, the command was given, don't take anything out of Jericho. Don't take it. The command, Kiana, was given. Don't take anything out of Jericho. Oh God, I got to do this. All right, so I told y'all, Kiana just welcomed herself up to be an illustration, and so the longer she stayed in the house, the more examples I get. All right, now, Sister Bartnight, I come, we out of town, we at a retreat, God is speaking prophetically, we getting charged up in the spirit. I'm feeling so good. So Kiana's got this truck, you all that were there helped so wonderfully to get the truck unpacked, and we thank God for your service and for all it is you did. We bless you. Now, all that being said, Pastor Hinton comes home on Saturday. Now, I've had a good time in the Lord first day, and I've had some opportunity to try to relax, get a little rest. And the keyword was little. Got a little rest. So we come back Saturday. We're not necessarily bubbling over with energy, but we're feeling okay. I come in the house, and when I walk in through the garage, I open the door, I come into what would be the kitchen area, Deacon is black, and what Pastor Hinton sees in his house is a box that says Bud Light. I said,
I know not.
First of all, where did she even get the box from? That's the first question I got. Secondly, she already know me. So she already know I'm going to say something about a Bud Light box being out. And it wasn't just a regular box, black. It was the 12 count of the 40s. So you had to go deep to the hood.
Wow.
To get this box.
Big box.
You just ain't going to find that, at Harris Teeter. So I'm looking, and I'm like, are you serious? The pastor has a carton of Bud Light in his house. The box is right there. That's going to be in the recycling bin. And I said, is in the spirit when he helped Kiana.
Help us, Lord. Help
I
us.
said, where was Mark Knight?
I know.
Where was Black?
I know.
Where was Black?
Yeah.
Where was Black? Where was Black? I'm calling the individual blacks that
Yes, sir.
I'm like, nobody had no discernment
Lord, help us.
that the pastor got a case of 40s
And now.
in his house. So I said, you know what? I'm not even going to get upset. I said, Jesus, give me the wisdom, give me the grace, give me the strength. So I take the box, Sister Lipscomb, and I cut the box up.
Yeah, real good.
Real good. Then I wrap the box several times in newspaper.
Yes.
So it's probably about, I'm not exaggerating, probably about 22 layers of newspaper wrapping. And I put it in a plastic bag. And I tied it up real tight.
You burned it.
And I said, you know what? I don't even really want to put this in the recycling bin.
Yeah.
I think I threw it away probably at the mall or something. I don't know what I did. But I'm like,
away.
how does that get explained? That when the trash man, now I understand this is far-fetched,
No?
you know, but the trash man comes to the pastor's house. He dumps, and he for some reason looks, and he's like, they're drinking Bud Lights in there. Let me go ring the doorbell and get me a 40.
Give me one.
Let me go to that church. He can't say nothing to me.
Right.
He's drinking what I drink.
Right.
Matter of fact, where your paper bag at, man? So, unaddressed perversion affects the whole.
Yes, sir.
And I said, you know what? I'm not going to be upset, but I got to talk to Kiana because I got a couple of questions. How do you even own a box that contains 12 40 ounces of Bud Light?
Free box.
Walmart free box.
Yeah, well, the guy at the store, that's what he gave me. Okay, well, when is discernment going to pick up from you that, well, maybe I'll ask for another box? You got 1 million of them back there, sir. Can you take this one back, please? Because I don't think my dad would be happy having Bud Light come into his house. Now, the beer wasn't there, but what carried the beer was there. Y'all ain't feeling me. And so, whatever room I'm opening up spiritually for there to be a defilement, I've got to address.
Yeah.
Because if I don't address it, my integrity is in question.
Wow.
Yes, sir.
It's horrible. It's shot. So if I come to your house, Black,
Yes, sir.
and I see a box that says Bud Light, I'm going to address it. I'm going to say, Black, what is this?
No, sir. Yeah.
And I don't want you to tell me the duty the corner store gave you, because I'm going to say, well, Black, where was your discernment?
At the down.
I don't want to come. Oh, let me get off that before I get too. Okay. All right. Unaddressed perversion or perverseness affects the whole. So they knew not to touch the accursed thing. They knew not to touch the accursed thing. All right. The accursed box of blood. They knew not to touch it. All right. Joshua chapter 7, verse 1. The word says this: but the children of Israel committed a trespass. Now, God just told them not to do it, but they committed a trespass in the accursed thing. For Achan, the son of Carmi, the son of Zabdi, the son of Zerah, of the tribe of Judah, took of the accursed thing. And the anger of the Lord was kindled against the children of Israel. And Joshua sent forth men. Now look what unaddressed perversion does now. Joshua sent forth men from Jericho to Ai, which is beside Beth-aven, on the east side of Bethel, and spake unto them, saying, go up, now this is the leader, go up and view the country. And the men went up and viewed Ai. Now, Black, unaddressed perversion, listen to what they say. And they returned to Joshua and said unto him, let not all the people go up, but let about 2,000 or 3,000 men go up and smite Ai, and make not all of the people to labor therewith, for they are but few. Now, unaddressed perversion clouds my judgment. Please make that note. Unaddressed perversion clouds my judgment. Now, the history of the children of Israel at the time of Joshua's leadership was that up to this point, Sister Baltnight, nobody had died in battle. They had not lost the battle. They had not lost one person. They had not lost one battle up to this point. So, because perversion was unknown to the leader, help me, Jesus. Because perversion was unknown to the leader had not addressed Tony what the perversion was, so he sends out people who are blind. Because they don't know what's going on. They don't even understand that God ain't even with
Ain't
them.
even equipped.
They have no discernment. The Bud Light box is still in the house. Help me, Jesus. All of the discernment is out of the window because there's perverseness that has not been addressed. And because the perverseness had not been addressed, people are sent out blind.
Wow.
So I say, well, Black, look, go check out what's going on over there, and give me an assessment of what it is we need to do. But being that the perversion has not been addressed, the perversion is unknown. Black goes out. He comes back happy. Yeah, Pastor ain't, but a couple of them over there, man. Listen, we don't need to take all the men. Let's just take them. They had almost 50,000 soldiers at this time. So he said, let's just take 2,000 or 3,000. We're going to go fight. Everybody need to, get up and go. We're going to take this 2,000 or 3,000 and we're going to go. Now, because it's unaddressed perversion, judgment has been clouded. So they go, all right? So they went up to the verse 4 of the people, about 3,000 men, and they fled before the men of Ai. The 3,000 men that should have been able to defeat these small people are on the run now from Ai. And the men of Ai smote of them about 36 men, for they chased them from the gate even to Sebarim, and smote them in the going down. Wherefore the hearts of the people melted and became as water. And Joshua rent his clothes, the leader, Pastor Hinton. He just, he goes in sackcloth and ashes. He rents his clothes, he falls to the earth upon his face for the ark of the Lord until the evening time, he and the elders of Israel, and put dust upon their heads. And Joshua said, Alas, O Lord God, no discernment from the leader, wherefore hast thou and all brought this people over Jordan to deliver us into the hand of the Amorites, to destroy us? And to God we have been content, and dwelt on the other side of Jordan. O Lord, what shall I say, when Israel turneth their backs from before their enemies? For the Canaanites and the inhabitants, all the inhabitants of the land, shall hear of it, and shall environ us round, and cut off our name from the earth. And what wilt thou do to thy great name? Sister Bartnight, and the Lord said unto Joshua, Get up. Wherefore liest thou thus upon thy face?
Get up.
Israel has sinned, and they have also transgressed my covenant which I commanded them. For they have taken of the accursed thing, and have also stolen and dissembled also, and they have put it even among their own stuff. I'm going to pause here for a minute. Now, God already told them, don't take anything from Jericho.
Yes, sir. This is good.
They do it anyway, Sister Lipscomb. And because they did it, and the perversion went unaddressed, we now have 36 men that have lost their life because of this one man's greed. His perversion affected the whole. Not only 36 men died, but it says every one of the soldiers, Harrison, their heart melted. What that mean? That means they fell in fear that God was no longer with them. All because one man had unaddressed perverseness. Pastor Hinton is saying he's not going to allow there to be perversion that he sees to go unaddressed. Because if I let it go unaddressed and I sweep it under the rug, all the good that we could have done, we just lost.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And so, but here's the depth of it, Minister Black. I don't even think God was talking to me from the standpoint of somebody stealing, like Achan. He was talking to me from the standpoint of perversion. Now, what's perversion? When I don't love God and when I don't love my neighbor. It's a measure of perversion. And because of that perversion, because of that issue of not showing love, the entire body can be halted because of one person not being loving.
Wow.
So we get ushers, and the usher got an attitude. The usher just earned a seat for that day. If we get hospitality group, and hospitality group don't know how to be hospitable.
How about that?
Hospitality just got set down that day. Because if I let the lack of love be shown and I don't address it, I just halted the whole body.
Wow. Awesome.
Absolutely.
So you ain't gonna have neck rolling sessions at Bethel Temple Faith Church.
Jesus.
Ain't gonna be no your mamas at Bethel Temple Faith Church. Because whenever there is a lack of love, it is a sign of perversion. All right. So let me finish my points here. I done jumped all across the board here. Now, thank you, Minister Black. When perversion is unaddressed, so it clouds my judgment. Now, Joshua, Deacon Black, is now crying. One of my boys, it's so funny. One of my boys said, you know, they were having a little back and forth when two guys were joking. And they were like, man, if you crying, what the baby gonna do? That's funny to me. Anyway, so the leader, yeah, thank you, Black. The leader is crying. So he crying, what the baby gonna do? The baby gonna cry. The kids gonna cry.
No.
The church gonna cry. You see Pastor Hinton crying, he ain't got no hope. Well, I might well cry too.
No.
So Joshua was crying. God said, get up. Don't talk to me about me embarrassing my name. Don't talk to me about the fact that people gonna say, you know, the Lord is lack or slack. No, the slackness is with you. There's been sin that has taken place in the camp that you haven't addressed. So Joshua, who has clouded judgment because he sent out men that had no discernment, he sent out men to let the Bud Light box stay in the pastor's house. He sent out folk that was blind. He says that because of this lack of judgment, you operate according to your feelings. You might want to write that down. Unaddressed perversion clouds your judgment, and it also causes you to operate according to your feelings and what you see.
Oh man, that's good. Also causes you to
Operate according to your feelings and what you see. So that means that because perversion has arisen, I'm no longer operating in a spiritual capacity. I'm operating based solely on what I see. The Bible says in 2 Corinthians chapter 4, verse 18, it says, while we look not at the things which are seen, but at the things which are not seen. For the things which are seen are temporal, but the things which are not seen are eternal. So God says his weight that he wants us to put, Minister Black, is on the things that are in the spirit. When Joshua called these men, Sister Lipscomb, to have them go spy out the land, Joshua wasn't asking them to go do it according to their ability. He was asking them to do it according to what they could discern. So when Pastor Hinton gives you an assignment, I'm not giving you an assignment because you're smart. I'm giving you an assignment because I want to see what you're discerning. But if you can't discern nothing, oh God, if you can't pick nothing up, I ain't going to send you out next time. I'm going to go myself. Okay, so we operate according to the natural. When my spiritual discernment has been clouded, we're like unto Balaam. Now, everybody, if you don't know it, it's a good story to read in Numbers chapter 22, and I think I've talked about it a little bit before. But Balaam has a donkey. And the donkey is got more spiritual insight than Balaam. Now Balaam's supposed to be a prophet, but he was a false prophet, Minister Black. God was upset with him. God was getting ready to kill him. So we go to Numbers, you go there in your own time. Numbers chapter 22, verses 21 through 32. We find that Balaam is on his way to deliver a false prophecy. He's on his way to deliver a false prophecy. He's riding a donkey. The donkey sees the Aviana more